After reviewing feedback from stakeholders, the Reserve Bank has decided to propose that lenders have to label defaulting borrowers as willful defaulters within 6 months of the account turning an NPA. Ritu joins us now with the details. Ritu, take us through the RBI draft paper. What is the RBI proposing, and how much time do people have to send back their comments?
Well, Shireen, the comments have to be sent back by the end of October. But remember, this big change is coming in, or these draft rules are being brought in because of a Supreme Court order earlier in March, which said that banks must necessarily give the borrower a chance to justify himself and, give his sort of feedback before he's classified as a fraud account by the lenders. And incorporating all of that, RBI has now come out with these new guidelines. It mandates that within 6 months of an account being classified as a non-performing assets, lenders will have to review and finish the classification of a willful default tag if it applies in that period of time. Secondly, it has expanded the definition of willful default and defaulter by saying, whether you're not repaying when you have the capacity to repay, or you're disposing an asset you guaranteed as a security to the lenders without the lender's approval, or not infusing equity as promised, to the lenders despite having the capacity to do so, you can be classified as a willful defaulter. Even a guarantor, when the guarantee is invoked, not, honoring that can be classified as a defaulter if he is deemed to have the capacity to do so. Importantly, non-whole-time directors, which includes independent directors and nominee directors, cannot be classified as willful defaulters unless they specifically were involved in the willful default or had the knowledge of the default and did not, record their objections to it. Now, the process which has been set up or proposed by RBI is this, that a bank sets up an identification committee which gives the borrower a chance to make written submissions, consider the case, notify them, etc. And then they submit that to a review committee which is set up by the lender, which examines everything and gives the borrower a final chance to give their side of the story before it issues a reasonable order, quote unquote. This has to be done for all accounts of more than 25 lakhs. Secondly, you cannot give additional loans to these willful defaulters, you cannot restructure their accounts, and you cannot remove them from the defaulter list unless the entire amount is repaid. And lastly, it also includes provisions under IBC that if a willful defaulter finds resolution under IBC and there's a complete change in the management and control, they can be removed from this list of willful defaulters.
All right, Ritu, appreciate you joining us. That's the latest on the RBI's consultation paper. Now, Maruti Suzuki